Because of the ever-increasing prevalence of technological advancement, it is difficult to fathom that there are still areas of the world that have not been thoroughly explored and that are shrouded in mysteries. It is difficult to fathom that there are still areas of the world that have not been thoroughly explored. Your desire to visit these places will increase in proportion to the amount of information you have about them. In today's video, we'll take a look at 5 illegal places to visit on Earth. After learning about these 10 regions throughout the world that have the most stringent travel restrictions, you will undoubtedly get the same feeling. Keep watching, and be ready to feel a feeling of interest when you come across riddles that are hard to understand. They will come up more and more as you watch. Number 1. Lascaux Caves, France. Archaeologists from every corner of the globe agree that the Lascaux Cave is an absolute goldmine of archaeological artifacts. The cave complex has artworks that were made by ancient humans 1,700 years ago and date back to that time period. The wall is covered with a series of paintings from the Paleolithic era. These paintings have an airy and vivid aspect, and they portray a wide variety of animals, including cattle, stags, bison, and many more. Since it was found in 1963, the cave has, for some reason, remained closed off to the general public ever since that year. Archaeologists are of the view that the presence of contemporary people may compromise the authenticity of the ancient piece of artwork. Number 2. North Sentinel Island, India. One of the deserted islands in the Andaman Group that is off limits to tourists due to a variety of factors is North Sentinel Island. In addition, the Sentinelese people call this island their home. The people who dwell on the island often turn to violent behavior in order to ensure that they are able to keep their isolation. Members of the Sentinelese tribe have made the island their home for the last 50,000 years, during which time they have benefited from the safety provided by the Indian government. It is strictly forbidden for any kind of visitor to set foot in this region under any circumstances, since it is considered to be one of the most dangerous and restricted regions on the whole world. Number 3. Surtsey Island, Iceland. The name Surtsey refers to a tiny island that is part of an archipelago that is located off the coast of the southwestern part of Iceland. It was brought into existence as a direct result of a volcanic eruption that occurred over a period of time spanning 4 years. In addition to this, it is widely held that the island of Surtsey is the youngest island in the world. At this time, entry is restricted to just a hand-picked group of geologists and scientists. Visitors are not permitted to set foot on the portion of the island that is off limits because it is widely held that the presence of humans on the island will pose a threat to the natural process of ecological succession that is now taking place there. Number 4. Ise Grand Shrine, Japan. The shrine culture of Japan is well known around the globe, and there are roughly 80,000 individual shrines located inside the borders of Japan. The Ise Grand Shrine stands out as the most important of all of them, despite there being many others. It is one of the most costly temples in Japan since the structure itself is such a magnificent example of Japanese architecture. In order to continue the Shinto rituals that extend all the way back to the 7th century and are associated with this temple, it is restored every 20 years. This item has a price tag attached to it that is equal to $1 million. If you cannot provide evidence that you are a member of the royal family, you will not be permitted to enter the hallowed chambers of this old Japanese palace. This rule is quite rigorous. Number 5. North Brother Island, USA. North Brother Island, which is located in New York City, is one of the most well-known and regularly visited abandoned areas in the United States. It is also one of the most haunted places in the city. It was first constructed as a hospital for individuals who were placed under quarantine, and Typhoid Mary made her home there. It was discovered that she was the first individual in the United States to have the typhoid sickness. In subsequent years, this property became an addiction treatment center for those who were addicted to opiates and heroin. Since that time, North Brother Island has been transformed into a bird sanctuary, and access to the island for members of the general public has been permanently restricted. That will do for the time being. I really hope that you find this video to be informative. Do not forget to turn on the notification bell and subscribe to our channel so you do not miss any of our videos.